All right. Hey, everybody. Justin Sardi here. Welcome to the fourth and final scheduled bonus call for Video Extreme. Now, today we're going to be talking about using AdWords for video for selling physical products. So we're going to cover a couple of concepts that are probably new to some people here. So just curious, how many of you, I saw a couple people had said that, yes, I've sold physical products on Shopify before. So just kind of curious, how many of you are familiar with Shopify or setting up a store and, starting to make sales that way? So Matson definitely. Oh, no way. Is that Matson that works with Jason Fladlin? Is that the same Matson? Nice, man. Yeah, this. I believe I met you at the ASM event with Zane. So, right on. Cool, man. Well, glad to have you here. So, all right, let's go ahead and keep on keeping on. So, basically, I'm going to do a quick overview. We'll talk about a little bit about selling physical products. It's going to be pretty brief because this isn't actually the main thing I teach. I'm just going to show you some of the fundamentals. I can recommend a couple of really great courses on the actual Shopify thing, and that's what we've followed to get up to this point. But what we're really here to talk about is using YouTube traffic specifically to push traffic back to our Shopify stores, right? So we'll do a quick physical products overview. I'll give you a rundown on the quick start guide. Talk a little bit about finding products, where you should be getting these products, how to set all this up so that you don't actually have to have any inventory. Then we'll talk about using YouTube for traffic, right? So quick little screenshot here. This is a brand new store that my girlfriend and I actually set up. And you can just see, I just wanted to show you what exactly is possible. This is the last 30 days. We've done $9,600 in sales. And as you can see, we actually didn't run any traffic from Christmas until, I believe, January, not too long ago. So we had our ads turned off for a good chunk of time as well. And you can really see that in this graph. But this is just to show you what's possible, right? So we actually did not have any inventory. All of this was done through drop shipping, paid traffic, and physical products, and Shopify. I don't know why I said physical products. But so basically 9,600. Our ad spend was, for this period, was somewhere in the 4,000 to 5,000. So there was still some decent profit to be made in there. So pretty cool stuff, right? So quick overview for those that are not familiar, right? Now, you can actually sell physical products online through a storefront. And there are a couple of options for setting up a storefront. But from what I've seen, Shopify is the quickest and easiest route to get up and running, right? The cool thing about what I'm going to be talking about today is that we're going to be talking about drop shipping. And that doesn't require you to actually have any inventory. You can pretty much take the risk out. I know that a lot of people that sell on Amazon will go out and buy in bulk from the manufacturer, putting out a couple $1,000s minimum, and basically risking that money if you are not able to sell these products quickly and easily. So with what we're going to talk about today, it's all about drop shipping, and really it doesn't require any inventory, right? Now, you can actually place an order and fulfill the orders yourself as well if you want, and that's kind of what I was talking about, where you place a bulk order, and whenever an order comes in, you send it out to your customer. But the easiest way to go about this is to drop ship, at least at first, and then once you find a solid product that sells, then place your bulk order and move your fulfillment over, because you will end up saving some money, right? So let's talk a little bit about drop shipping and what exactly it is. And no, Marie, you didn't miss anything. We are just starting, so I kind of waited a little while for us to get rolling. So cool. So drop shipping. First things first, you're going to need to find a product. And we're going to jump over online and talk a little bit about finding a product shortly here. But you're obviously going to need some type of product. Then you're going to need to set up that product sales page, which is very, very easy to do using Shopify, right? It's basically just a, hey, check out this item, add to cart, right? Then you're going to mark up the price. Now, a lot of times, let's say we go on over to one of, either eBay or AliExpress or something like that, and I'll pull those sites up shortly here, and we'll talk about that once we go live on the internet. But let's say we're buying a product for $2, right? That's our cost. Well, we can then sell that product for, let's say, $10, and there's $8 profit in there, minus the ad spend that we're using to make the sale. So you obviously need to mark up the price. You can't just sell it for what you are buying it for, because otherwise you don't make any money, right? So we set everything up, find a product, set up the sales page, mark up the price on the sales page, right? And start running ads to the sales page. So when somebody sees our ad, and you've probably seen a number of these ads on Facebook, right? Not very many people are doing this with YouTube, but it definitely works. We set this up, and we're able to, double our ad spend in sales. So I'm actually going to share with you how we were doing that, and the right targeting methods, all that good stuff as well. So run ads to your sales page. When an order comes in, somebody purchases the product, and that goes through your account, right? Maybe your PayPal account or your Shopify payments, however you have that set up. So an order comes in. What you need to do then is go purchase the product from your supplier. So let's say you're selling, pet rocks, right? And you're buying these pet rocks from the manufacturer in China for $2 a piece. Now you're selling them for $10 a piece. What happens is the order comes in, you get the $10, and then what you do is you go and purchase that product from the supplier. And when your customer purchases the product from your Shopify store, you get their address, right? So what you're going to do then is take your own credit card information, right? Because they paid you. So now you have that money. You use that money that's in your account to buy the product from your supplier and put your customer's shipping information in, right? So then what will happen is you put your customer shipping info in, and the manufacturer ships directly to your customer. So we'll talk about that in a second. I'll show you exactly how that works. But two of the best sources for products are going to be eBay and AliExpress. And I'll pull those up. I'll show you, exactly the process there. But pretty simple. You basically are the middleman, right? You're just marking up the product and selling it, passing it on to your manufacturer, who will send it to your customer. So quick start guide here. So here's exactly the steps you need in order to get all of this up and running quickly, right? So first you're going to need to pick a niche and find your product. Now, whatever niche you're in, good, that works. I'm going to talk a little bit about finding if a product sells well or not. I'll show you a website that is pretty cool about that. And then second, you're going to need to set up your Shopify store, right? So usually Shopify charges, or they actually do charge you. I forget exactly how much it is. It depends on which one of the plans you are on. But this right here, this link, justinsardi.com/Shopify, that will actually, if you don't have a Shopify store set up, that will get you a free 21-day trial. Usually it's just 14 days, right? So that link right there, I talked with my Shopify buddy. He works over there, and he got us set up with a special link. You'll also save 10% on your, you will also save 10% on the payments if you do continue to keep this store up and running. And I believe I pay somewhere around like $30 a month to keep it going, which is nothing considering we did, almost 10 grand in sales with very minimal effort over the past 30 days. That $30 really adds up to pretty much nothing, right? So I'll drop that link in here real quick. Shopify. So there's that link right there. That'll get you the 10% off, as well as the 21-day trial instead of the 14-day trial. So just figured I'd throw that out there, right? Then once you set up your Shopify store, you're going to list your products. This is very easy to do. I'm not going to get into the whole Shopify, here's how you build your store out. They have a ton of tutorials, and I'm actually going to be making a YouTube channel that will have some demos on there. So I'll be sure to send that out to everybody. But you're just going to list your products. I use pictures from the manufacturer, and we'll talk about that shortly. Once you have your store up, it's time to set up your YouTube channel, right? So you set up your YouTube channel about whatever niche you're in, and then you also set up your conversion tracking. I'll talk a little bit about setting up conversion tracking pixels using Shopify in a minute here, but this is going to allow us to figure out where the good traffic is coming from, and which ad groups to scale up that are actually performing and giving us conversions for the lowest price. Then you make videos. The first one of these that I ever set up, I made one ad, and then I did that Creative Commons trick, and I'll talk about that on YouTube in a second here. But I went ahead and just found a bunch of videos related to the product that I was selling, and just threw some of those up just as quick demos, right? Then we start pushing traffic and seeing sales, right? So there are a couple of pricing options that are out there when it comes to selling these or drop shipping products, right? One of the ones that works extremely well, this does have lower profit margins. Sorry, I don't know why that stumped me for a second there. But free plus shipping has lower profit margins, but you will be making probably more sales and also building a customer list in the process. This is a great way to get started. And essentially, let's say we find an item that's, $1. Right? It costs us $1. We're pushing traffic. It's costing us, $2, $3 to make a sale. And we just say in our ad, hey, we're willing to give this away for free. All you have to do is click this video now, and you can get it for free. All you have to pay is shipping. Then you charge something like $7 for shipping. So you've got that $6 in profit. It costs you a couple dollars to make the sale with the ads. And from there, you just start making sales. Right? Pretty easy. And I'll actually pull up a couple of videos that I used. I'll show you one of the examples. It's one we're no longer running traffic to, so I can actually share that with you as well. Then there's also standard pricing, where you just kind of find your product, mark it up. And this is probably a better way to go, because you'll have a higher profit margin and you won't be getting some freebie seekers, if you will. But that standard pricing works very well. When it comes to pricing your products, just go ahead and check eBay and Amazon, see what they're selling for, and price it somewhere in those ranges. You can also price it higher. It's not too big of a deal. Works very well if you kind of position it a little bit higher than the competition as well. And as long as you're running targeted traffic, you should be good, right? So what about after we make the sale, right? Well, we don't have to handle the inventory, right? So we talked a little bit about this with the what is drop shipping. So you don't have any inventory. It's all at the factory, wherever you're getting it from. So the customer places the order and pays you. You then place an order with the manufacturer or seller and have it shipped directly to your customer. Then you profit the difference, right? Pretty simple. That's just drop shipping in a nutshell, right? So what about finding a product? So there's a couple of places that I would recommend going to find a product. So AliExpress or eBay are those two places. The cool thing is you can place one order at a time, have it drop shipped, and you are good to go there. Now, once you find a product, you're going to want to go to watchcount.com, and I will pull that up shortly here and show you kind of how you figure out if a product is going to sell well using that. Then, if you can, order a test product if at all possible. Now, this is going to make sure that you are getting a quality product, and you don't want to list a product that's junk and end up sending it out to a bunch of customers and just have a bunch of angry customers, because you're going to get refunds. It's going to be a headache. It's going to be terrible. So if you can, place this test order and see what the product is like. It's always good to get a sample first, right? You don't want to sell something you don't know about. Although I've definitely done it before and it worked fine, but you just have to place a test order. Always a good idea. Now, we're going to start pushing traffic from YouTube to these physical product stores on Shopify, right? So the first step is to fill your channel with videos about the niche. So for example, one of the products I promoted in the past that we were doing free plus shipping, and we also had a couple other products as well that were the exact same product, but the upgraded version of it, so a little bit nicer. But one of those products was Google Cardboard, right? Now, what is Google Cardboard? It's basically those glasses that make those YouTube videos or make videos on your phone 3D, right? So it's sort of like sort of like the Oculus Rift, if you've seen that. But basically, it was a virtual reality headset, right? So I just went and I found a couple of videos that were specifically designed to use on that Google headset thing, right? And those were Creative Commons. I just put those on there, and I said, "Hey, to get your free pair, click the link in the footer," right? And I threw some annotations over it. Very, very easy to do. I didn't even make the videos, right? So we did the Creative Commons thing, right? And like I said, I put calls to action on all the videos. I'll show you those in a second. Then I used in-display ads and targeted keywords, right? So one of the ads was whenever anybody searched for, Google Cardboard or VR headset, I had an ad that would show up saying, "Get your VR headset or get your Google Cardboard for free, just pay shipping." And they would click on the video and it would basically play a little demo video and take them back to the checkout page. This worked extremely well. What I actually found worked a little bit better was using in-stream ads and placements. So I got quite a bit more, our conversions jumped quite a bit when we were using these in-stream ads and placements. And that was because we actually went out and found a bunch of placements for Google Cardboard, right? So people were watching videos about this. And right before I said, "Hey, virtual reality is awesome. Go ahead and click here now to get a free headset." And I'll show you that video in just a minute here, but pretty simple and nothing out of the ordinary, nothing that was hard to set up at all. So bear with me for 1 second here, and I am going to pull up my YouTube channel, and we'll talk a little bit about the whole process here, and I'll show you how it all works and what is going on here. So let's see, folks. All right. Can everybody see my screen now? It should be just sitting here on YouTube. And don't worry, Wayne, I'm recording. I do apologize for that webinar issue. It was a huge headache. I don't know what was up with the other account, so I had to kind of reschedule with the new one. But I'm glad everybody made it out here. So, all right, cool. So what I'm going to do, let me actually pull up the channel that I used for it. I thought I had that open, so bear with me 2 seconds. Now this channel, I actually changed this channel around a little bit for a promotion because it was verified. Let's see. Cool. Yeah, Brian, I'll actually pull up watchcount.com in a second here and show you what's up. So basically, here's how all of this works. So this is a channel. This is no longer running here. You see I ran like 1,000 views through it. This is a product we actually stopped promoting, but this was my video ad right here. And I just said, virtual reality doesn't have to be like this. I found a stupid little image. Boom, here's an arrow pointing here and just free VR headset. Click here to get yours today, right? And this took them to the checkout page. Now this is this site's actually not up anymore. Let's see. But as you can see, this is the exact ad we were running. Sent 1,200 views to it and made quite a few sales with this simple video ad right here. So it was just, very easy. Click here, click the eye. I knew that a lot of people were going to be checking for this on mobile devices or seeing this on mobile devices. So what happened was I just made sure that, they can get this card using a mobile device, right? Then we have the description. I had a tracking link right here just so I could, track it, just pay shipping is all I said, right? So pretty simple there. And then I talked about how I use, let's see, go back a little bit, how I had a couple of videos that were not mine, right? These are all Creative Commons. They're all unlisted now because I'm not pushing traffic back to the store. This is a store we actually closed down because we kind of went through the market and moved on to things that were a little bit more profitable. That's why I can share this example here. But as you can see, that was my ad right there. This one right here, this is Creative Commons. I created all of these using the YouTube editor, right? Very simple. And then I said, don't feel like making your own, get ours for free by clicking the link in the description. Pretty simple. I think I might have forgot to actually even swap that out. Let's see. Here we go. Well, yeah, so the link should have been in the description, right? But it says click the link in the description to get your free VR headset. And this is basically just, if you had the headset on, this is what you would see. So I went ahead and used Creative Commons, and I just searched for Google Cardboard. So I searched for my keyword, right? Now, if somebody was searching for this keyword, you could put your ad right here as well, right? Just saying, get your free Google Cardboard. And that is very, very effective because, well, they're searching for exactly what you have to offer, right? So let's go over here to this features and click Creative Commons. And we'll come down here and look, right here, Google Cardboard, before you buy. So all of these are videos that we can use on our channel, right? This is actually one of the ones that I used right here. A couple of different ones. You can see that you can just find all of these and go from there, right? So pretty simple. So that's exactly how the channel is set up, and all we do is just link directly back to a Shopify store, right? So here's this is Shopify, Shopify.com. You can just they have a bunch of blog posts in here talking all about how to set up your store. Lots of tutorials in here. You can find a lot of stuff on YouTube as well. But you can see all this stuff they have here. Pricing right here. This is, there we go. So these are the different ones. I believe I'm on the basic plan, right? And it comes with, yeah, all this stuff. And you can see what they charge for fees, all that good stuff. But they actually do the payment processing for you, which is really cool. It's very, very easy to set up a store if you just search for any product in Shopify. So I'll actually show you how this AliExpress thing works real quick. Then I'll find a Shopify store selling one of those products. So somebody go ahead and throw out a niche for me, and I'll go ahead and find a product in that niche, and we'll kind of do the quick research thing and see what's going on. So yoga is a good one, Greg. I like that. So let's go yoga. So what we're going to do, we're over here on AliExpress. It's AliExpress.com. Right? So let's go ahead and type in yoga. There we go. So here's all the different yoga options right here. So let's say we want to sell yoga pants seem good to me, right? So we got these yoga pants. So let's go ahead and click on this, and we find some yoga pants. These, I don't know why the images aren't coming up, but bear with me for a second here. There we go. All right. So here we have yoga pants, right? And as you can see, there's all the different categories. And what we're looking for is just one that's reasonably priced. So maybe we want to go with this one, right? These yoga pants, $3.95 to $4.32. That's not bad. We can kind of scroll through here. Find something unique that's going to fit with our niche, right? So, $3.99, that's pretty good. But yeah, so let's go ahead and choose these ones right here. Let's say this is what we want. We've got our different color options here, and they've got a bunch of different images that we can actually use to put in our store here. So we're good there, right? So what we're going to do now, let's say this is what we want to do. So this is yoga pants. So what we're going to do is go over to this website, watchcount.com. And I'm actually going to paste this over here. And there we go. And like I said, there are a lot better, courses. I'm running through the very basics of Shopify because, like I said, I don't teach the actual Shopify. I teach the traffic side of things. So I'm just getting you all up to speed, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the actual strategy behind pushing traffic using these types of ads. So what we're going to do is type in yoga pants on watchcount.com. Now, what this is going to do is show us what the most watched or most popular products on eBay are right now for our keyword, right? So these are yoga pants right here. You can see it's had a lot of past sales, 2,300 past sales, and 1,000 people watching it, right? The only thing is it's selling for $5.25. So that's pretty cheap, right? And if we're paying, $3.95 to $4.32 per item, then we are probably going to want to Oh man, my mouse just died. We're going to want to, bear with me 2 seconds and fire up my other mouse real quick. Sorry. There we go. Perfect. All right. Much better. So, yeah, so basically, if we have, first we're paying $3.95 for a pair. There's not much markup, so we can obviously position this as a higher price. But basically come through here, see, I mean, these ones have still quite a few watchers, a lot of sales, and they're selling at, $11. So that might be a good price to sell these at. $11, we're getting them for $4. So not too bad. We set them up on Shopify, and we can, use this website to see what's selling the best. And you can actually find good products here. Maybe if we just type the yoga, right? And we can see what's the most popular in the yoga niche. Well, right here, it's actually yoga pants. There's also these yoga mats. This is selling for quite a bit here, which this actually might be a really good product to sell because you can see it's got 3,700 sales, 975 watchers, and it's selling for $80, which is crazy. So let's go ahead and take this title right here and copy this. And maybe we want to come back over to AliExpress and go, boom, we'll just type this in here and see what we can find. So we got some exercise balls, some really weird clothes. So maybe we just want to do gymnastics, folding exercise, and I pull out, gymnastics folding exercise mat or something like that. And we can go ahead and search for it. Boom, right here. You can see here those folding mats are. And if we could find a good price on one, so it's, we don't always have to go through this. I might be searching for the wrong keyword. But you can see what they're selling for here. This one's $56. You could probably sell this for $100 something because they are selling it right here for $80. We can always find additional ones. I'm sure there are more. Here's one for $92. All that good stuff there. So you can see kind of how to search for a product on watch count and go find it over on AliExpress over here, right? Is that making sense to everybody so far? How all of that works? So let's say we actually, and this one has free shipping here. So let's say, so does this one. So let's go ahead and click on this. And let's see, all right, here's what it looks like. And what you're going to want to see is, it ships to the US via EMS. Cool. And oops, there we go. And we can order, however many. They only have 10 pieces available, so maybe this isn't the best manufacturer to go with. But, we can actually buy it now. You can see what the shipping details are, but it's got free shipping. So you actually don't pay shipping on this either. You can kind of see here are a few other ones, related products. We can find some of these as well. Here's one for $43, so $42 even for this one. So we can, if you poke around a little bit, you can see they give you all these pictures as well of that you can use on your store. You can use these in your videos. Pretty easy to do. So you would basically just use these, place the order, and there we go. So shipping on this is pretty expensive. So you probably don't want to go with this one because it's $63 in shipping. But that's all about, that's about what it is there. So we just go ahead and find a product. For instance, with the Google Glass, right here, if we search for Google Cardboard, you can see that Google Cardboard was, $1.53, right? So for $1.53 is what we're paying, even $1.17. Some of these are better for free plus shipping, but as you can see, boom, we got all that stuff right there, $1.90. So we can find all these different products, kind of dig through, find the one we want, and then go ahead and set up our store, right? Now, what I was doing, I was actually using TubeSift. So I mentioned there were a couple different types of ads I ran. So we ran both in-stream and in display. Now, let's go with the Google Cardboard example, right? So we got Google Cardboard, or even like yoga mat, right? So let's say we go yoga, right? So we've got yoga right here. Holy smokes, that's one of my ads. It's funny. Sweet. So here we search for yoga. So our in-display ad would show up right here, right? So basically, when somebody searches for yoga or Google Cardboard, whatever it may be, our ad shows up right here, and we can talk about how we're giving this away for free. So then somebody clicks on this, and once again, this should be targeted by keyword. So anytime anybody searches for any of your keywords, your ad then shows up, right? And they have the chance to click on it and get your product for free or whatever. It doesn't have to be for free. It could be for the markup or whatever price you want to sell it for, right? But I mean, think about it this way. Let's search for skincare right here. Well, right here, nope, for some reason, let's see. Boom. Let's give it a couple searches. Okay, well, right here, like eyeliner style tutorials by CoverGirl. This is for a physical product. What they're doing right here is just showing you, here's how to do this. And check this out. They've got cards right here. So they've got all these different videos. And I'm sure, at least they should, have... Okay, well, they do have links to their website. What they should be doing, this is a good way to use content to kind of push traffic back to your product and make more sales as well. They may be doing this somewhere in here. But as you can see, they've got their eyeliner tutorial. Let's say you were selling eyeliner. And we could probably find eyeliner on AliExpress for really cheap. Eyeliner, right? Boom. So we could find eyeliner, this black liquid eyeliner, long-lasting waterproof, 85 cents, right? So let's say we were using this exact example right here. So they're talking about using smoky eyes or whatever. Well, let's say we were talking about whatever it is, liquid eyeliner, like how to use it, right? So when somebody's searching for makeup tutorials, well, then we have all of our, we've got makeup tutorials. So we have our ad that shows up. So if somebody searches for makeup tutorials, right? And our ad could then show up, boom, right here. They're targeting this. This could be ours right here. Well, this is it, right? We could just basically have somebody click on this and be like, hey, makeup tutorials plus, free eyeliner or something like that. They click on it. They see our ad, which is actually content. And do keep in mind, if we can make these videos content, it works very, very well. Because people are wanting to watch, how do I use it? And if you could show them, hey, here's how you use it. And by the way, right now we're running a special promotion where you can get your eyeliner for free, right? And once again, we're 65 cents for this one. You can give it to them for free plus shipping and charge whatever, $7, $10 shipping and just say, hey, it's insured shipping. But right here, this is free shipping. So you're only paying 85 cents and making up the difference whenever you run an ad like this, right? Now, let me actually show you exactly what I did with the in-stream ads as well. But that's exactly what we did with the in-display ads. We just set them up to be triggered by keyword. Our ads show up right here. We push traffic back to our Shopify store, right? So I'm going to pull up TubeSift real quick. And let's say we are, actually, let me just pull up my placement list. So what I did here is I just went Google Cardboard and searched for it and found the monetized videos. So what it is, as you can see, a lot of these are monetized. So all I did, I found the top 10 videos, right? I actually found a lot more than that. But here's all the videos we can run our ad in front of. So if people are watching a video about, how Google Cardboard works or DIY Google Cardboard, this one is huge right here, right? So we can go ahead and set up our ad to run in front of all of these videos, right? So I've got my placement lists over here, and as you can see, I had 71 videos in this Google Cardboard. And this was the targeting list that worked the best on this particular product, right? So what I did is you can see I've got all of these different videos in here, all about Google Cardboard or VR headsets or, how to play games with a Google Cardboard. All of these about this, right? So anytime anybody watched one of these videos, that ad that I showed you came up. And that ad was just the simple one that said, let's see, here we go. Oh, whoops. Creator Studio here. right here. This was the ad that came up. So they saw this ad as a preview, right? And once again, tracking link. And basically I just said, hey, click here, click the eye. I'm not sure where my annotation went, but here we go. We had arrows pointing to the eye. Oh, and then we had the link right here. So anytime anybody clicked this ad, they were taken right to our free plus shipping page where they would pay $10 shipping. Remember, we were paying whatever, $1.41 for one of these pieces of cardboard here. And all I said is, hey, usually headsets like this sell for at least $24, but this holiday season you can be one of the lucky 500 people to get one for free. So I threw in an arbitrary number in there just to add that urgency as well, and said, hey, if you do it now, you can get it. Boom, click here now to get it. That sent them to the free plus shipping page. I also had this, and as a limited time offer, we're giving this away for free. And this particular ad performed extremely well. It was, a minute and 15 seconds long. It didn't perform so well when we weren't using placements. So I will say that from what I've found in actually setting all of these up, what you're going to want to do is make sure that you use placement targeting and find very relevant placements. Now, you're probably not going to get a ton of traffic right off the bat when you're using these placements unless you got some really hot topic. But the fact that you're actually just putting this, so this actual video right here ran in front of any video about Google Cardboard. Well, that made it extremely relevant. If they're like, how do I make my own, Google Cardboard, or, whatever, 3D videos kind of thing. That all came into play here, and this ad showed right before that, and we were able to get quite a bit of traffic back to our offer. We actually, on this particular campaign, we ended up paying about, I think it was 20 to 30 cents per click. And we were also running, they were running some Facebook traffic for this as well. And that was much more expensive. They were paying quite a bit more per click, and actually couldn't get it dialed in with Facebook. So that's why we started doing these YouTube ads and started making sales. We ended up killing this because we found some better products that, had a higher profit margin, and we were able to sell quite a bit easier and make more. So we focused our energies and ad spend on that. But as you can see, it's just as simple as throwing up a couple of images. This is just an image I found from the supplier, right? And all we did was just script a quick little minute and 15-second PowerPoint video, and I read through it. So these in-stream ads worked extremely well for this, right? Now, I mentioned setting up conversion tracking pixels. Now, it's a little bit different with Shopify. So as you can see right here, Google AdWords, they have a whole thing all about setting up conversion tracking. They walk you through step by step exactly how to do it, where to put it, right on your checkout page. They show you everything you need to do. So just go ahead and just Google Shopify AdWords conversion tracking, and you'll come up with this article. It'll show you exactly what to do. When I put this in the members area, I'll make sure to drop the info in there as well, or drop this link underneath it. But pretty simple to do, tells you everything you need to know right there. So you are going to want to track your conversions for sure, right? All right. Is that making sense still to everybody? Any questions? I know I'm not the best Shopify teacher, or the whole e-commerce thing, because like I said, I do just teach the traffic side of things. So I hope that I kind of explained that correctly. And I am pretty new to all of this as well. Can you expand the Shopify URL? What do you mean, Greg? Expand the Shopify URL. You mean, make it bigger so I can write it down. Yeah, so here, let me actually if you just Google, or I'll drop it in the chat box here. There you go. So that's all about checkouts. And as I mentioned, if you do want to set up your own Shopify stores, so the difference between, basically WooCommerce and Shopify. Personally, I have not used WooCommerce, so I can't really answer that question. But I do know that Shopify is very, very awesome. Like, it's very easy to set up. You can literally have your store up and running in like an hour. They have all kinds of templates. If you just go to justinsardi.com/Shopify, it'll take you to, and I'll just show you this. Oops. Pull this up here real quick. What's going to happen, if you come here, this will take you to the sign up page for Shopify. But since it goes through that link, it's basically a special link for everybody. And what's going to happen is you're going to start your free trial. It says 14 days. It's actually going to give you a 21-day trial because this is a special link. And as you can see, it's got the special sign-up code. So it'll give you a 14-day trial. And then once you actually get things, or once you actually have to start paying for this after the 21 days, which you should have no problem making sales by that time. Once you get this set up, you will get 10% off of the actual package, which, you can see it's $29 is the package. That's the one I use. I've used the light one for a second, but we quickly upgraded to the basics because we were able to sell with our own online store. So let's find a Shopify store real quick. Or maybe Shopify, and then we'll look for yoga. I'll find a yoga store, right? So let's see. Right here, here's like one of the themes that Shopify has, so they can actually get you set up with, and this is exactly what Shopify looks like. It's pretty cool. It's just got a little slider up here, and as you can see, here's a store right here, all about yoga on Shopify, right? And they've got, hey, here's a coupon code. So that Shopify has a bunch of really cool stuff you can do, but it'll help you basically set up a store just like this in a matter of minutes. So you can have a store up and running in no time at all. Like literally, it took us an hour to set this up, and we had no idea what we were doing. It's extremely easy to use. And all I do, like let's say we were setting up our thing, or our Shopify store, we just take these images from the actual store right here. You just save these images, right? So I would just save all of these and be like, cool, we're going to put all these images directly on our Shopify store and go from there, right? So you set this all up, and this is exactly where you push traffic back to. Now, the cool thing about Shopify, and this is something I needed to actually mention, is on YouTube, what you're going to need to do, obviously we need to link cards and annotations, or need to associate our website. So in our webmaster tools, we've actually got, let me go to my Webmaster Central. So let's say we want to verify, let's say we want to verify a site. So I've got a bunch of these hooked up, right? Let's say we want to add a property. So we add whatever it may be, and let's say, I don't know. So this is already verified. But let's say we want to add a property like justinsardi.org. I don't even know if that's a site. But here, so you can do this HTML file upload, which you can actually do that through Shopify. But the better route that we found is to just add this HTML tag to your site's homepage. That works extremely well for Shopify. Or if you have a custom domain setup, which you definitely should have a custom domain setup, you're going to want to, you can use this domain name provider and instantly link your URL that way. That's probably the easiest way if you could do it that way. But once you verify your site, you're then able to use use these videos to push traffic back to the website of your choice. So let's see. What about buying your own inventory and selling it? What's the best way to fulfill it? You could use, so I know there are a lot of companies out there that will actually let you, a lot of companies out there that will let you fulfill. You basically send your product to them, they'll ship it, and you just kind of go from there. So you can do that. Or you can use Fulfilled by Amazon. I do know they charge a fee, so it's kind of dependent on what your product is, all that good stuff. So, it depends. Personally, what we do, we've just been drop shipping because it's way easier. we do pay a little bit more for the products, but I would say that the hassle of, I mean, drop shipping is the quickest and easiest way to get set up, I guess I'll say. We were talking recently about placing a bulk order because we will save quite a bit, but now then we're going to have to look into fulfillment, all that good stuff as well, because of the fact that, right now, when we're drop shipping them, the manufacturer ships directly to the customer, and we don't really have to worry about anything from there. Do I only use images without watermarks? Yeah, I would not put an image with a watermark up. You can actually pay somebody to remove a watermark, and do it that way. But I definitely don't use watermarks because, I mean, it looks tacky, right? I mean, I'm sure we could find. I know, like, one of the big things I've seen is Legend of Zelda. So check this out. If we search, and just so you all know, this is a great way. Before I ever throw up a product, what I do is I search for my keyword and then Shopify to see if other people are selling them. So let's say we wanted to sell some Legend of Zelda stuff, and once again, we'll go over here and just type Legend of Zelda, and I've actually seen a ton of this because I'm a fan of Legend of Zelda, so I get advertised on Facebook a lot about this stuff. Actually, one of the particular products is this Legend of Zelda ring that I see all the time, and it's just this is it right here. So they're paying $279. They're selling it for like free plus shipping, which is like $10 shipping. So this is exactly what they're selling. They probably have a better price than this, but you can see, boom, just like this. And Shopify is cool because it allows you to add these different options as well, like sizes, colors, all of that very, very quickly and easily. So, this one right here, let's go ahead and right here, Legend of Zelda Shopify. So this is going to show me all of the Shopify stores that have this, and I can see what products they have. So like right here, viralstore.com. You can see they're selling all of this stuff right here, straight up Legend of Zelda. And if you come to the bottom, it should say powered by Shopify somewhere, but this is Shopify. I definitely know it is. So this is Shopify. Here's another one, and you can just see these are all the different layouts. You can kind of see what people are charging. They're selling this for $14.70. They've got reviews here as well. This is back from 9/23/15. So you can kind of do some like reverse engineering, see what people are selling in these niches, and just kind of go from there. Next Level Fans, same thing. And you can just basically see what's going on here and, what other people are doing, right? So let's see. Let me jump back over to, do I drop ship a lot through eBay? I do not. We personally use AliExpress, but you can use eBay. So let's say, let's go back to eBay, and this is a good thing to check as well. So when you're finding your product, let's say we're going with the yoga pants, right? Right. So if we're going with the yoga pants, what we're going to want to do, look, these are the exact images off AliExpress. So they're just marking them up. You can see there's more than 10 available. They've sold a bunch, and it's $5.79. So this is actually shipping from Hong Kong. So we probably, at this point, we wouldn't want to just buy from eBay. We'd just buy it directly from AliExpress. But what you can do is find ones that ship from, let's see, item location, US only, right? So if we click that, boom, now we have products that are going to ship from the US right here. These ones are $6.99. We just kind of go through, see what's going on, $4.10 for these. And you can see which products are shipping from the US. These are going to get to your customers quicker, but you are going to pay quite a bit more, as you can see, $10, whatever, as opposed to the $4 that we're paying. So what you're going to want to do is just kind of let everybody know that, hey, this is, this is something that is going to take a little bit to ship. So actually check this out. So this is definitely something that they probably have on here. If we go back to the first page, so let's check the store right here. They should have a order status or about us, maybe. There we go. They should have a shipping policy somewhere. So track your order. Down here, they've got terms and conditions, FAQ. So it's probably under FAQ. When will you ship my items, right? So here's what they say. We'll notify you. So these people aren't quite doing it. Where are my items coming from? Some items come from China, right? So they're basically just saying, yeah, these items come from China. Some of these other stores might have a little bit better shipping policy. Maybe these people do. Order status, that might be FAQ. Here we go. What is the shipping time? To USA, it's 1 to 3 weeks. Free shipping 2 to 4 weeks, 1 to 3 weeks, right? So basically, what you need to say, especially when, let's say we're selling this, right? Free shipping, estimated delivery time, 39 to 45 days. So that is definitely something you're going to want to pay attention to. ePacket is much faster, but look, it's an extra $258. So you could always offer expedited shipping, something like that. But keep in mind, if you are shipping from or drop shipping from eBay or from AliExpress, you're going to be paying a little bit different amount based on the fact that this is coming from, you're going to pay a bit more here. It's going to get there quicker. Here, you're going to get maybe free shipping or pay a little bit to get it a little more expedited, right? Yeah. So yeah, Lisa, I guess that answered your question right there. Yeah, totally. So personally on our store, we just say, I forget exactly what we say, but like, please allow however many business days for shipping. And then if anybody complains or says, hey, I didn't get my product yet, we can say, well, check the, terms of service right here. It says it's going to take this long. It'll be to you shortly, right? Let's see. Does your supplier take orders one by one to drop ship, or do you send them one file? I wish I could send one file, Murray. Unfortunately, I've reached out to numerous suppliers, and what you're going to do, so let's say we're going to buy this right here in the size 7, and we're going to buy the silver plated, right? So let's just click buy now. So what's going to happen, we sign in, we buy, and then you just basically put, I don't want to sign in now, but it'll basically, you put the info into the box of where they're going to ship it. I'm pretty sure the reason that these manufacturers won't just take a bulk file is because then they're going to have to pay somebody to manually enter all of these. When it goes through AliExpress, they actually get all the shipping info and ship it out one by one. They probably have a computer that spits out shipping labels, and they just have people packing and shipping these out. So unfortunately, you have to manually do all the orders, and that's I actually pay my little sister. She's in college. She just works from the dorms, and we pay her to go through and jump in for a few hours a day and fulfill all of our orders for us, which is pretty cool. But you can find a VA. I pay her $10 an hour, but you can find a VA on wherever. It's just data entry. Once you have an AliExpress account, your card is saved, and they just you just push it through, and it's pretty awesome actually. What do I do with returns? So a lot of times I just tell them to keep the item because, we're talking $2.79, right? In this case, right? So it depends on the item, really. But we haven't had many returns. We've been doing this about a month and a half, maybe, which is cool. We basically were able to be profitable right out of the gate with a very minimal ad spend. And we also run Facebook ads for ours. I do like the YouTube ads because it's kind of untapped. Facebook is a bit more competitive. So we do get lower cost per conversions using YouTube, but we use both because why not? But yeah, it's pretty awesome how you can, get a profitable store up and running in just a couple of days, right? We were profitable about like two days later, which is cool. So do you research heavily to ensure the seller has a good rating and is reliable? No. Not really. I mean, I check the rating, obviously, so feedback, cool. So 98% positive feedback, that's good. They're a diamond seller. They've been online for a while. You can see how many, products they have, and they actually have reviews, um, and all these bigger images down here. These are the ones I snagged, but they should have reviews right here, transaction history. This one doesn't have very many. They've had 29 in the past 6 months. So this probably doesn't sell that great also, but like, whatever we want to search for on here, like, let's see if we go to the, you know, let's see, maybe the screen protector, right? Nice. I need to buy one of these. I just broke mine, but we can see, let's see. So we'll see how many orders this has. But yeah, I mean, I poke around and see what's going on. Definitely check their feedback. And like I said, I try and order a sample piece as well, just so I can check it out because I don't want to be sending out, junk products. So I always, double check that, make sure that everything's good to go. But as you can see, they've got 486 orders, 95% satisfaction. So that's probably a decent, probably a decent one to go with right here. You can see free shipping delivers within 2 to 7 business days. This is, a little bit more expensive, but you're getting that shipping. So it just kind of depends. But I definitely make sure, research, and then come down here. You could see what, some good pictures. Here's some of their seller reviews. So yeah, I mean, I definitely check and make sure everything's all good. But here you go. Really good glass, firms, way better. I have no idea what that says. This was okay, good communication, very pleased. So, I mean, for the most part, all this feedback's good. So definitely check the transaction history and feedback, and kind of go from there. Cool. Let's see. Yeah, Chuck, I'm not quite sure what you're asking. I subscribe to Tubes, but can't see the e-commerce training materials I mentioned earlier. I will go ahead and send, because I think a lot of people want to know a little bit more about this. So, I can actually, one of my friends has a really good Shopify course. I went through it. I can actually send that out in an email, kind of recommending that maybe put it under under this training as well, and just kind of, that course is the one that got me started. It's quick and easy to go through. Showed me everything I needed to know about Shopify, using the right apps, and really just got me filled in on the basic training of, setting all of this up, proper ways to research, how to find manufacturers. Because, like I said, I don't necessarily teach this. It's just something that has definitely worked for me. So yeah. I can. I will definitely send that out, and let everybody know about that shortly here. And then, yeah, for sure. Let's see. So my return policy, Lisa, I don't know. I check what theirs is, but yeah, just like a satisfaction guaranteed 30 days kind of thing. Yeah, but I mean, you can see it's so here's the details of their return policy. So just check, whatever. Just check what their return policy is right here on AliExpress and see. And obviously, you don't want to offer something. And do keep in mind, you do have to send this back to China as well for returns. So a lot of times, it's better to just kind of eat it and send them a new item. I've had to do that a couple times, but we're talking, $2 an item, whatever. Yeah, and as a newbie, you pay for the sample piece, test the times. Yeah, but I mean, also, when we first got started, we didn't order a sample. We just ordered one and then started selling them, and just kind of judged it off of that. Usually they get there pretty quickly. We just gave ourselves a bunch of time in our shipping policy saying, hey, give us whatever, 20 business days. Well, that's, 4 weeks. So that's not, it's pretty common to be, say, hey, allow 4 to 6 weeks for delivery or something like that, right? Cool. As far as the dates for um, the Vegas event, yeah, that's the 11th is the VIP day. The 12th and the 13th are the actual event days, and I have about 4 contracts that I'm going through right now, trying to lock down a hotel. We're looking at a couple different ones. I believe we're probably going to be doing the Palms is what it's looking like, but I'm not 100% sure. We're going through just finalizing all of that. I will know by the end of this week at the latest, and we'll send everybody some info out for that. And we're actually getting some awesome room rates, like big discount on the rooms as well. So we'll be sending out that info by the end of this week for sure. Cool, cool. All right. Yeah. Any other questions as far as how this works? What the AdWords for video specific side of things at all? I mean, it's most of the training's all of the training is covered inside of Video Extreme, but just want to make sure that if you do have any additional questions, I get those answered. So I'll stick around for another few minutes here and get those answered. But I mean, in a nutshell, just use those in-stream and in-display ads to kind of push traffic. In-display is used with the keywords, right? So whenever anybody searches for your keyword, so let's see, this is like, let's say we're pushing traffic to this. This is the screen protector. So let's come over here and go iPhone. Right there, iPhone 6 screen protector, right? Boom, right here. So they are advertising to get you to repair your display. But I mean, look at this. This is 528,000 views, 112,000 views. So if we are actually going to be selling this whatever screen film, right here, right here, boom, this would be our ad right there. And then here we would probably put, look, they allow advertising right here. So this invisible shield review, boom, we could say, hey, come get ours for cheaper, whatever it may be. Cool, cool. Just got our link on Research X and TubeArt X. How can we use that with the Shopify store? So yeah, I mean, let's see. Research X. So obviously, the TubeArt X, where you can make your own, make your own YouTube channel cover. That's pretty simple there, just because you just set it up and make a cool little YouTube channel art. So you actually don't use that on Shopify, but you can as well, because I mean, let's go to here, right here. You can use that channel art creator to create this slider image right here. So you can actually use it. You can upload any size image to Shopify as well. So I mean, that's how you could use the channel art creator. But as far as ResearchX, let's say let's see. So let's say we have a screen protector or iPhone 6. I don't know, protector installation maybe. So which one would we want to target or throw up for the keywords, or maybe try and get it to rank for? So then we would just put both of those in there. Maybe that's not the best, but maybe like yoga pants or yoga, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what that other keyword would be. But I mean, basically, so, yoga pants or yoga pants prank, or no, probably not. But maybe like yoga for weight loss or yoga for beginners. That would probably, so if we're going with the yoga product, yoga for weight loss or yoga for beginners, right? So let's go ahead and compare those. And this is going to tell us which one we want to. So we want to target yoga for beginners because it's got a 71. It has, it's got more views on the first page. So this would be the one we would target there in that case in particular, right? In relation to getting your pages okayed by YouTube, I want to add a link to my annotation. It goes to a landing page, but you can only get one link. Oh yeah, totally. So Brian, you're basically asking, can I associate more than one site with my YouTube channel? Is that what you're curious about, really? I'm going to read through that again real quick, but. Or do you want to know if, like, so for instance, if I have justinsardi.com associated with my channel, can I send it to justinsardi.com/Shopify? Is that, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I mean, in that case, you definitely can send them to any page on your site as well. And it could be a tracking link on your site too. Let's see. Yeah, so I mean, you can associate multiple sites for sure, and that's very easy to do. So let me actually pull up one of my sites real quick, or my channels. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So over here in our Creator Studio, we've got our our channel. Or wait, no, let me show you my video manager. So all I did was linked up. So let's say I want to throw a new annotation here, or let's do a card, because cards will show you all the different things. So for cards, if we just go add a card and go to a link to an approved website, here's all the websites I have associated with this particular YouTube channel, right? And all of those, all you have to do to get new ones added is go into your associated website and delete the one you have. It'll save it, and then just add another one and verify that. Then you can delete that one. That'll be saved. You can add another one. So this particular channel, I have 5 things linked up to it, right? Let's see. Cool. Should your Shopify store name be generic so you're not locked into one niche, or should it be niche specific? Totally depends on what you want to do. Ours is a generic name, but we keep it under one niche, just because we have multiple products, and a lot of the people will buy multiple products, which is cool, and it's pretty cool. So that works. It just totally depends what you want to do. I wouldn't necessarily keep it generic. I think that it works better to go with niche stores. Like, these people are next level fans, right? And they have their different categories. Their collections are all about the different, Final Fantasy. These are all video games or next level fans. So this is like a fan site, right? They're like, hey, we've got Marvel, we've got Minions, we've got all these, Pokemons, whatever it may be, Star Wars. So they were able to target a broad niche of people, a broad variety of people, while staying in sort of a niche, right? So it's like fans. These are for fans. So I kind of think that's the best way to go about it. Yeah, and Jesse, the replay should be up in the members area very shortly. I'll have that up there, sometime today, and I will send out the replay, just because we did have that issue with the other GoToWebinar account. I have no idea what was going on there. Okay, cool. Let's see. Cool. So should you set up your Shopify store with the same name of your domain that you own? Yeah, I would. That's what we did. I don't know why you would have a different domain name and different store name, just because they should match. Like, they've got nextlevelfans.com and their store is Next Level Fans, right? So it just kind of makes sense there as well. And do remember that whole thing where you just put in your niche and Shopify. if you just type that in, you'll find a bunch of stores. You'll get some product ideas, see what's selling. Couple things you can do as well is click on some Facebook ads. Start clicking on some of those Facebook ads you see for Shopify stores. If you're just kind of browsing around, you'll see some products, free, just place shipping. Go like a couple pages in your niche, and you'll start seeing ads. I guarantee it. And see what types of products people are selling, what's working, and just go from there, right? Cool. All right. Well, any other questions for me? And once again, if you are going to start up a Shopify store, go ahead and definitely use that justinsardi.com/Shopify. It will. Oh yeah, totally. Let me drop that in the good question, Lois. Yeah, I just got off of a call right before this with my my buddy that works at Shopify, and so he hooked us all up with that link. And basically, what that's going to do, justinsardi.com/Shopify. That's going to get you a free 21-day trial instead of 14 days. So you've got that 21-day trial, and then once you do start paying, you get either 10 or 15% off off of the fees that you will be paying, right? So, pretty cool stuff. All right. Yeah, and the last webinar replay should have been posted, Jason, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to double check that with the team as soon as I pass this recording on to them. So, awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and kill this recording. I'll stick around for another minute or so to answer any questions, and we'll go from there.